نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm also good. Today, inshallah, we would continue doing studying Fi'l Mudari. And today our focus would be on the conjugation of the present tense. Conjugation of present tense means conjugation of the present tense, also called sarf kabir of fi'l mudari. So just recall in lesson 18 and 19, we learned the past tense, 14 different past tense with 14 different doers, pronouns as doer. So if a doer is he, then we have a different form of past tense. And if the doer of the action are two person and they are not there when someone is talking about, like they are the third person and they are two in number. So we the doer are two in number and they are not present. Then we have a different ending of past tense, like kharaja. And then if the doer are more than two, like either three or more than three, then we have a doer or file, which is waw, and this waw is called wawul jama. So these different conjugation according to the doer of the action and according to the number and the gender of the doer, and whether they are the person who is talking is doing the action, like first person, kharajtu, kharajna. Tu and na are the file, and whether the person who is being talked about, who is in the who is there with the person talking, which we usually call second person. Second person is the person who is there and listening, right? So this, if someone is there, we use pronouns like you or you all. For two, we also if two persons I'm talking to, I also use same pronoun you in English, but in Arabic it's antuma, right? So we have different ending of past tense, past tense, fe'l madi, according to the different files. The same way we have different endings in fe'l mudari also. So this is the conjugation, inshallah, we are going to do. Going to study today. And one important point is that in fe'l mudari, not only the ending changes, but the beginning of each present tense has some symbol that are there according to the number and gender of the file or the doer. Okay, so let's read one by one. Let me take the marker here. So huwa is he, right? So huwa yaf'alu. Yaf'alu is, we know that we have symbols for mudare. We already learned it in previous lessons. Symbols of mudare are either ya or ta or hamza or noon. So inshallah, we are going to see how these beginning, the symbols for mudare, they come for different pronouns. So if huwa is he, so huwa yafalu, he does, or he is doing, or it can also mean it does, or it is doing, or he will be doing, something like that. Because fi'l mudare also covers the meaning of future, and we understand the meaning whether it's fi'l mudare is there for present tense or the future tense. So we usually decide according to the context of the sentence. So if the doer is huwa, he or it, singular and third person, so then fi'l mudare is yaf'alu, ya beginning and ending in dhamma, yaf'alu. So this is ya because he masculine and he is not there. Then we have huma, which means they, but they are two in number. So it's dual. It's huma is dual in number, and two persons doing. So they means two males, right? So when we say yaf'alani means two males are doing something. Two males do, or they are doing something, or they will be doing something. But yaf'alani tells us that the doer are two in number. Ya tells us that it's they, masculine, and ani means two in number. Then yaf'aluna, again they, but they are more than three or more than three. So they, or you can say they all are doing, they all are doing something, or they do. Now we have we have three pronouns for third person: masculine, singular, dual, and plural. And then we have feminine. So in feminine, we have first pronoun that we see is singular, and it's she. So taf'alu, when just look at the beginning changes because it's a feminine, and the ending also. So taf'alu is when we say taf'alu when the doer is she or it, and see, it means she does, or she is doing, or she will be doing. So he does, and here this is here now the symbol of mudare. The symbol of mudare is now ta. The symbol of mudare is now ta. She does. Then tafalani, just like yafalani, we have tafalani, and ta is for when they do something, but they means two females are doing something. Two females are doing something, or they do something, or they will be doing something. So all three meanings could be there, and we are going to decide according to the context of the sentence. And then we see that the same way, singular feminine, third person singular feminine, then third person dual feminine, and then third person plural feminine. And third person plural feminine, we know hunna. So they all are doing, but they all are females. Okay, they all are doing, or they all do something, and they are all females. So far so good. So we just learned third person masculine first. First we learned masculine, singular, dual, and plural, and then we learned feminine, third person. Okay, now we are moving on to the second person. When the person is listening, someone is talking and that person is there and listening. So anta, anta means you, right? So anta taf'alu, that person is there and being talked. So be like is there to listen. So you do. Anta is singular, antuma is dual, and antum is plural. So anta tafalu means anta tafalu. Again, look, for she is it's tafalu, and for anta is it's also tafalu. Okay, for she it is tafalu, and for anta it is also tafalu. And tafalu means you do, or you are doing, or you will be doing. So this is singular. And then we have the dual one, antuma, and antuma is taf'alani. Huma is also taf'alani. Can you see? Huma is taf'alani when two females are doing something. When two males are doing something, then yaf'alani. When two females are doing something, taf'alani. And when two males are doing same, taf'alani. You two females. Oh no, not females. Here, antuma. This one is masculine. So two males. You means someone you are talking to are two person and both are male. So you two do this, or you two. If we use instead of taf alani, if we use taktubani, you write, you two write, or some other fail. We inshallah we are going to do in the next half. So over here, taf'alani, you two males are doing something or will be doing, or you two male do something. And then antum is the plural form of you, right? You, and antum is for males. You all, and you all means male. Antum taf'aluna. When more than three or more than three males do something and they are not there, and they are not there, then it is yaf'aluna. For they, it is yaf'aluna. For you all, it is taf'aluna. The ending is same. Una, vowel jama is again there, which is doer, and so yaf'aluna, taf'aluna. You all male doing something, are doing something, are doing. And then anti is you, but it is a you when someone is talking to a female. This is male, you male, and this one is anti is for you, but the person is a female. So you do something. You are talking to a girl or a lady and you are saying you do this, or you are doing this thing. So anti taf'alina, then I have to clear this up, like clear all these writings so that I can scroll down. So let me go down. Anti is singular. Anti is singular. you, but when you say taf'alina, when the person you are talking to is, person you are facing is a female. So anti taf'alina, then you have antuma, when you are talking to two ladies. You, two females. Taf'alani, again taf'alani. Huma, masculine is yaf'alani. Huma, feminine is taf'alani. Antuma, masculine or feminine, again taf'alani. So yaf'alani, taf'alani, taf'alani, taf'alani. So taf'alani comes 3 times. 1 for feminine huma, and 3 times for 2 times for masculine. Sorry, 1 time masculine huma and 1 time feminine huma, antuma. Feminine antuma, sorry. Masculine antuma and feminine antuma. When 2 females are there, again taf'alani. So taf'alani, taf'alani, and taf'alani. And then we have for plural version, antunna, you all, but you all, when all of ladies are in front, only ladies are in front, and someone is talking to ladies. So you all do. Taf'alna, antunna, taf'alna, and then we have first person who is talking. The person who talks obviously will use I for himself or herself and we for themselves. Excuse me. Then ana af'alu, I do this thing, or I'm doing, and obviously it's singular. For first person, the dual and plural are same. Whether 2 person are talking, they are going to say we, or when someone is talking on behalf of another person, like two person there, so he is going to use we. And if more than 2 person are there and someone is talking on behalf of a group, then obviously he is going to use we. So nahnu is plural and it's we do. So I hope this reminds you, just like the past tense, which was oh, let me erase this one. Okay, so just like past tense, like kharaj, we have a conjugation that goes like this: kharaja, kharaja, kharaju, kharajat, kharajata, kharajna, kharajta, kharajtuma, kharajtum, kharajti, kharajtuma, kharajtunna, kharajtu, and kharajna. The same way we have 14 conjugations for fi'l mudari, and this is huwa yakhruju, huma yakhrujani, hum yakhrujuna, hiya takhruju, huma takhrujani, hunna takhrujna, anta takhrujani, antuma takhrujani, antum takhrujuna, anti takhrujina, antuma takhrujani, antunna takhrujna, ana akhruj, akhruju, nahnu nakhruj. Ana akhruju, nahnu nakhruju. The same way, like first letter, the symbol of mudare should also correspond to the doer, and the ending also. If it is he or she or anta or ana or nahnu, it ends in u sound. U sound. Look closely. Let me color code these. If it is huwa form or hiya form or anta form or ana or nahnu, then it these five five fi'l mudare for particular doers like huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nahnu. They end in dhamma. They end in dhamma, and for huwa it is ya beginning. For hiya and anta it's ta beginning. For ana it's hamza beginning, a beginning, and for nahnu it's na beginning. So these five are called they are called this a group that ends in dhamma. This group is called, let me write here, af'alul khamsa. Not khamsa, sorry, arba'a. Why arba'a? Because tafalu comes 2 times, so they are going to count only 1 time. Tafalu. So yafalu, tafalu, afalu, nafalu. So that's why these are called af'alul arba'a. So this category that ends in dhamma in regular form is called af'alul arba'a. And then we have another category. Let me color code this. When you see noon at the end, yaf'alani, yaf'al. Oh no, so, sorry, I need to change, use a different color. So yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. You see noon at the end. Taf'alani. Whether there is a kasra or fatha doesn't matter. Just if noon is at the end of fi'l mudare, then we consider it in one group. Yaf'alani, yaf'aluna, taf'alani, then taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani. These one. I'm deliberately leaving these two, hunna and tunna version, and they are categorized separately. And inshallah, in the next lesson, you will come to know why they are they have a separate category. Okay, when we will be doing, inshallah, in the next lesson, we will be doing 3 forms of fi'l mudari, and you will see why these two are different from these known. So these fi'l mudari that end in noon. So these are how many blue ones do we see? Yaf'alani, yaf'aluna, taf'alani, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are 7 in number, but taf'alani comes 3 times. So we are going to count only 1 time. 1, 2, 3. Not counting this. 4, 5. Again, not counting the taf'alani. So 5. So these are called af'alul khamsa. So these are called af'alul khamsa. Okay, and these two, the brown one, hunna yaf'alna and antunna taf'alna, these are called mabniyan. So they have a dual ending, ani, mabniyani, right? So we have a third category. Mabniyani, hunna and antunna. So that's how we have different. We have the present uh, present form conjugation, which is called sarf kabir, present tense conjugation, and that's how we have different beginning, which are symbol of mudare, and the ending also. So huwa yaf'alu, huma yaf'alani, hum yaf'aluna, hiya taf'alu, huma taf'alani, hunna yaf'alna, anta taf'alu, antuma taf'alani, antum taf'aluna, anti taf'alina, antuma taf'alani, antunna taf'alna, ana af'alu, nahnu nafalu. That's how you are going to memorize, inshallah. So I would recommend that if you memorize these, it would be much like helpful for you afterwards, inshallah. So let me erase all these and take another example, study another example for another fail. All the fi'l mudari form of nasara. You know, if we put nasara in past tense, so it would be nasara, he helps. Sorry, he helped. Nasara, he helped. Then nasara, nasaru, nasarat, nasarata, nasarna, nasarta, nasartuma, nasartum, nasarti, nasartuma, nasartunna, nasartu, and nasarna. So this is for fi'l madi. We don't bother about the beginning of past tense. Beginning of past tense we don't change, because it depends upon the root letter for that fi'l. But in fi'l mudare, the beginning also changes and the ending also. So for nasara, the present the fi'l mudare form for huwa is yansur. Remember the five afalul arba, which are actually five in number, because tansuru comes 2 times. So these end in dhamma. So huwa yansuru, hiya tansuru, anta tansuru, ana ansuru, nahnu nansuru. Okay, and then we have these known ones, afalul arba. So let's go through one the same way we do for we do sarf kabir for past tense. Let's do sarf kabir for present tense for fi'l nasara. Huwa yansuru, huma yansurani, hum yansuruna, hiya tansuru, huma tansurani, hunna yansurna. Anta tansuru, antuma tansurani, antum tansuruna, anti tansurina, antuma tansurani, antunna tansurna, ana ansuru, nanu nansuru. So that's how we do sarf kabir for present tense for a particular fi'l. So excuse me, and we consider both. We the like in fi'l mudare, both the beginning and the ending, they correspond to the file or the doer of the fi'l. So this is the Nasara chart, and this Nasara chart, I think for every student of Arabic grammar, they should learn it by heart. So I'm gonna repeat it again so that you learn it well and try to memorize. Huwa yansuru, huma yansurani, hum yansuruna, hiya tansuru, huma tansurani, hunna yansurna, anta tansuru, antuma tansurani, antum tansuruna, anti tansurina, antuma tansurani, antunna tansurna, ana ansuru, nahnu nansuru. So this is Nasara chart, and inshallah, like just memorize it, and it will help you a lot learning the surf, the study of surf, and nahv also, especially surf. And then this is another chart, and in this chart, what we are going to do, we are going to see where the doer is, which letter in Fele Mudare is acting as the doer, or the doer is hidden. Just like in Fele Madi, we have in Hua form, it is Nasara or Fa'ala. So Hua form has he as doer hidden. Over here in Yaf'alu, the Hua form or the doer is Fa'il. For doer, we call it Fa'il. So file is hidden or mustatir. It's not apparent in the letters. So yaf'alu has a hidden file, hidden doer, and that is estimated to be huwa. And here again has a hidden file estimated to be she. Again, then anta. Remember all these. Huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nahnu. They end in dhamma. So all of these, that's why they are categorized separately. So all these 5 have hidden doer. Hidden doer, file mustatir. Hidden doer, zamir mustatir or file mustatir. So yaf'alu has a hidden doer, which is he. Okay, so now let's turn to the one with noon. Okay, so in huma yaf'alani, this alif musanna is the file. This alif, look, the file are blue in color, and for these 5, they are hidden mustatir, like the dotted line, it means they are not apparent, they are hidden, they are mustatir. So these 5 are mustatir, but when noon, when we see Fele Mudare with noon ending, then there are 5. Look, for huma, it's huma yaf'alani, alif, this alif in ani is the 5. Remember alif musanna? So alif musanna comes as 5. And then this vowel jama comes as 5. And then this vaw is file in yaf'aluna. Vaw is again file in taf'aluna. Taf'aluna, antum taf'aluna, you all do. You all do, or you all are doing. So vaw is here for antum, vaw is here for whom, they. And then for taf'alani, feminine, again alif is there. And taf'alani, alif is there. And again antuma taf'alani, again alif is the doer. Antum taf'aluna, oh sorry, antuma taf'alani, again alif is there for doer. For anti, it is ya. After lam, you see a ya. This ya is the doer in anti, taf'alina. So this ya is the doer. Let me change that. Yes, this ya is doer in anti taf'alina. Taf'alani, yaf'alani, taf'alani, 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 all have alif as doer. Alif as doer. And wa yaf'alu, hiya taf'alu, anta taf'alu, ana af'alu, nahnu naf'alu, they have hidden doer. And now we are left with only 2 types. What are they? These 2. Do you see lock over here? Lock over here, it is for mabniyani. Mabniyani, hunna and antunna. So hunna and antunna, the noon at the end is actually the file. The noon for hunna and antunna, the noon at the end is noon niswa, and that is actually the file. Okay. So we just identified the file in different siga of fi'l mudari for 14 different siga for 14 different doer. So we just identified the doer, this doer column, and now we are going to see the another thing which is important. Let me erase first. So another important thing, which is alamati rafa. Alamati rafa. Why we are saying alamati rafa? Because the present tense has three different forms. Remember, for every ism we have three status: rafa, nasb, and jar. This fi'l mudari also has three different forms. We don't call it status, but three different forms, or three different moods of the present tense that we are, inshallah, we are going to learn in the next lesson. So first form, which is the most regular, the regular form of fi'l mudari is rafa. And then it becomes a nasab and jazm. So the other form are nasab and jazm. So over here today we are just saying, looking at the alamati rafa. Why we call yaf'alu a regular fi'l mudari, fi'l mudari marfu bid damma. Why? Because in this category, yaf'alu, taf'alu, af'alu, naf'alu category, we have dhamma at the end. So this dhamma for these five fi'l mudari tells us that this is the regular form. Yaf'alu is the regular or rafa form of fi'l mudari. Yaf'alu, taf'alu, af'alu, naf'alu is the regular form for these five pronouns. And for those that end in noon, the presence of noon tells us that it is in rafa form or regular form. Rafa form or regular form. So the presence of noon in these type of fi'l mudari tells us that these are regular ones. Two are still left, hunna and antunna version. Hunna and antunna, they remain the same, whether they are rafa, nasb, or jazm. So they remain the same. Taf'alna is same in rafa form. Yaf'alna and taf'alna, they are the same in rafa. Whether they are rafa, they are taf'alna, and yaf'alna, whether they are nasb, again yaf'alna, taf'alna. So they remain the same in rafa, nasb, and jazm form. That's why they are called fixed, mabniyan. That's why they are called mabniyan, because they are fixed. They don't change with different forms. So in rafa, they are rafa, nasb, or jazm. So they are the same. So this is all about the conjugation of fi'l mudari, and the conjugation changes with the doer in the doer of the fi'l, and there are 14 siga for that, 14 pronouns. And then we learned that within these 14 pronouns, we have three categories. The one category that ends in dam, always in dhamma, and that category is not always in regular form. It in regular or rafa form it ends in dhamma. So that category is yafalu, tafalu, tafalu, afalu, nafalu. Another category that we see is hunna and antunna version. So yafalna and tafalna. And they remain the same whether they are rafa, nasab, or jazm in their appearance or form. So that's the second category, and third category are these seven fi'l mudari: yaf'alani, yaf'aluna, taf'alani, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani. So these are they show their regular or rafa form by the presence of this noon. Okay, that's how we learn about the conjugation of present tense and different types of endings. And inshallah, in the next lesson, we are going to learn about 3 forms or modes of the present tense. I'm ending the session here. Inshallah, we'll meet in the next session. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.